Hello, welcome to DO Digital. In case you are wondering what we do in this channel, we focus on paid and free Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, and digital marketing. So if you are interested in one of these, do well to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we release new videos related to those categories. So let's get into it. So the video we are focusing on the mistakes I've seen most advertisers do. In fact, I used to do those mistakes too when I started LA. So I want to show you the mistakes. I want to also help you to avoid it. Okay. So you don't need to, if you have never done an ad before, you have this even better for you because you will avoid this mistake early on. Let's get into it. So first of all, I'll go to business.facebook.com. I want to go to my ad manager account. So like the major reason why people sell through Facebook advertising, the major reason is because of targeting the right people, right? So you see this way, you have the right business, you have the right product, you have the right service, you have the right ad copy, you have the right ad creative. But once you are providing all of these things to those that are not ready to buy, to those that are not interested in your product, everything you're doing is total waste of time. That's just it. So you need to know your target audience, your target market, and now focus, channel your adverts to them. Now the mistakes that most advertisers do, they already know about targeting the right people, but now they target the right people in a big proportion. Okay, you might say, is that wrong? It's not totally wrong, but the problem is the way Facebook distributes their budgets. Okay, let me show you. No need to all this on this grammar. Let me show you what I mean. So I'll head over to my ad manager. Okay, so this restricted because I've already closed this Air Naira account. So I don't know why it's still here. I've closed like that 30 days ago, more than now. So by the way, uh I shared a previous video where I helped you, showed you how to create a Naira prepaid ad account. So you can go later to it and watch it. Okay. So for the sake of this video, I'll just maintain on my lane. I'll stay on my lane. Okay. So I want to use a demo account. I want to use these Flora shoes. This is a demo account. It has the ad copy, ad creative, everything there, but I'm not planning to launch the ad. Okay, so I want to use this demo account. I want to edit it, then head over to the ad sets where I will show you the interest, how most advertisers pour in several interests into one box, then launching it. Not so bad, but it's you are playing on luck. That's just what they're doing. You are playing on luck. Will it work? Will it not work? It's my work. That's luck for you. It's my work. But you do not know what's really worked. But by uh breaking it down and testing, you can tell, you can grow, and you master your level of advertising once you do it the right way. Okay, let me show you what I mean. No, I'm not publishing. So I went over to ad sets. So my interest is on the targeting based on interest, not necessarily by demographics. This demographics, age, location, and gender. That's demographics. Now my focus is this particular place, interest. So let me remove all of these things in the box and start all over. So let's assume you are selling heels, okay? Now by default, you know that those you want to focus on are those that are interested on heels, in heels, right? Okay, so you can just type heels by default, right? I believe heels. Okay, yeah. No, high heel. No, not really. Not really. I'm looking at interest. Okay, let me just go for shoes. Let me go for shoes. Let me just shoes. Okay, by default, that's what we need to go for, right? Now, the magic is on the suggestion box. It will give you more better options. Now you start selecting. Now here is what most advertisers do. They select these things one after the other. They select them, add them at the interest box, select shoes, footwear, which are all related and very nice. Sneakers, boots, online shop, even online shopping. Not wrong. It's just that don't is using online shopping for selling shoe is not wrong, but just putting it here is wrong. But I'll show you a better way. Even select some of these brands, Adidas, Nike, and on and on. Select even some of them go as far as selecting some um quality brand like luxury brand like Chanel, Abby. Don't know if that spelling is correct. Sorry, I think it's wrong. Chanel. Yeah, Chanel as interest. Yes. Selecting some of all these fashion brands, adding them all inside this one box. I did this, I think one of the ads I did earlier when I just started doing even Versace, Prada, Louis Vuitton, and on and on. Okay, they just keep on adding and money and on and on. So it now makes um Facebook, okay, it gives Facebook all these options. Okay, now what you are doing is not bad. The only thing is the way Facebook channels their budgeting. Let's say you are using 3,000 naira for the 3,000 naira daily budget. Now you start with Amani. So Facebook will usually start with the first ones. So let's say they started with Amani, they are channeling, let's say 500 naira to those interested in Amani. Okay, they're channeling it and on, and peradventure they didn't see nobody but nobody interested in Amani is interested in your product. They didn't buy. Okay, fine. They head over to Chanel, the channel. Maybe only one person asked how much. Of course, sometimes when they ask the price of a product doesn't mean they're going to buy. Only one person asked from those interested in Chanel and also interested in your products. Okay, they head over to Louis Vuitton this first day. By the way, this first day they head over to Louis Vuitton. Then something nobody asked, Versace nobody asked, maybe one person bought. That's maybe, let's say, 2k has already gone. Now we go over to Boots. The something they added something like 500 budget to it, and one person bought. Not bad, very nice. Now footwear, the something maybe one person bought or nobody bought. Let's assume those interested in your products are those that love sneakers. Let's assume, okay? Even if you are selling heels, you might go for heels, and those that will buy are those interested in sneakers. It just happened that way. It happens. Okay, let's assume those interested in your product, they love sneakers, and this is where you get your most sales, but you have already wasted your ad budget under the up ones, those that came before it. You have already wasted your ad budget, and before it reaches here, your money has exhausted. And this thing carries over to the next day. It repeats again from beginning down to top, down to bottom. And once it gets maybe to the potential interest that's supposed to give you your best results, your money has exhausted. So you do this for days and you are tired and you are like, Facebook advertising doesn't work. So this one of the craziest mistake I see. Okay, not really craziest anyway. Now, even adding online shopping. So adding online shopping means that once they get here, means that people interested in shoe will see it, people interested in bag will see, people interested in other things, but they are just online shoppers. We still see it. People like me, we still see it because I do buy things online. I could buy all these gadgets online, not necessarily shoe, but I can see your ad, and that is total waste of money. So what I advocate and what I teach is to test. Okay. Now this online shopper, I don't usually write it here. I come down here, anything that has to do with retail, online shopping, engage shoppers, I come to define further and add online shopping here, so that online shopping, then also add engage shoppers and on and on. Now I'll remove most of these. For instance, now this Amani Versace, I'll create a document. Now I'll write down all the possible brands that are likely going to be interested in my products, in my client's products. I'll write down all the interest, all of them. I will exhaust my options, everything. I'm writing them down on a document. Now I segment them. Now when I segment, I can add this particular interest as brands. I'll add them on that brand segment. I'll now come to another segment called footwear. I'll add boots, sandals, and the rest of them. I'll come to another interest called magazine. I'll add some other things. I'll come to another interest called accessories. I'll add things like jewelries and on and on. All these segments. Then once I'm done, I'll now testing. Start testing. I'll come first with maybe with, let's say, the what's it called, the brand segment. I'll come and pick some and input inside this interest. Now I'm also, when I'm doing it, I'm watching my estimated audience. I prefer to make my estimated audience to be within 200,000, 300,000 to a million, 1.5 million at most. Once it passes this 1.5, I break it down and now create another ad set. I will duplicate this, create another ad set, and rename it, maybe rename it as brand 2, add the remaining brand there, and test. You understand? By this way, once Facebook starts channeling the ad budgets, I can know this before they will exhaust the ad budget on those few options I gave them. I will know if they work or not. It will be very easy to distribute your ad budget this way to know what works and what doesn't work. Once you see the thing that works, you increase your ad budget on it. Okay, and anyone that doesn't work, you just stop it. And this makes you to avoid your ad budget not coming to the one that will give you your result, the result you are looking for. And I'm telling you from experience, even the ones you are assuming would perform so well, you'll be so shocked they won't. It just happens. You'll be so shocked. I launched a recent ad. So I was assuming this particular, I published a post, so you can check it, where I said something about testing. So an ad I launched, so I was assuming something will happen and it didn't work that way. So just check the video and see what really happened there. Okay. So this is the mistake I see that most people do, and you should ensure to avoid it. So I hope you learned a lot in this particular video. I hope to see you in other videos. So do well if you enjoyed this particular video. So if you enjoyed this particular video, do well to subscribe, click on the notification link to be notified whenever we release any new video. And one thing I love about this channel is that we are showing you what we do, not necessarily trying to come up with head knowledge. I run hard. I see the mistakes, I do it. I see the mistakes, I learn from them, I come and teach you. So do well to subscribe to be notified whenever we release new videos. Thanks and cheers.